Hello, Continue Clubbers. It is Stefan and Inel here with a slightly different video for you today.
That's right. And for once, Stefan is not going to be talking about Time Crisis 2. We wanted to update you guys on some changes coming to pressxtocontinue and explain what's going on.
You love it when I talk about Time Crisis 2, Inel. Don't lie. Now, the first thing to say is we absolutely love making this podcast. We love the brilliant team who help put it together. We love the guests that we get on every week. And mainly, I suppose, we love the lush Press X to Continue community that we are building around the podcast. And basically what we're doing today is trying to find a way to keep the show on the road.
Both Stefan and myself have had some big, new, exciting work commitments come up in the last few months, but we don't want that to get in the way of the pod.
Now, we pride ourselves of making a really high quality podcast, don't we, Inel? From the, you know, what you're actually listening to in your ears, the social clips, the artwork, the YouTube videos, all of it, okay?
All of that.
If I may say so.
Go ahead.
The highest production values in the game, the best in the business, Inel.
Jeez, he said it.
And so to keep that quality bar high, to keep making the podcast, we've got to keep the Press X production gang together. And to do that, we need some help.
So, we're going to be launching a Press X to Continue Patreon. And we'd love it if all the Exy Beasts and all the Continue Clubbers come and support it.
We would absolutely love that. But fear not, you will still get the current offering, a Press X to Continue episode in your podcast feeds every single week. But what the Patreon is going to offer is some tasty extra content that we think will be worth the investment.
Yeah, tasty. Now, full details are to come, but we just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Like Steff says, we're having a blast making a pod, and we love that so many of you guys enjoy it as well. We just want to make sure that we can keep on making it. So, stay tuned.
Any questions you've got, just comment on the video below or get in the Discord as well. We've started chatting about it a little bit in there. Right, that is it for this video. So, now to the important stuff.
All right.
Time Crisis 2, Inel. So I was there, right? Did I ever talk about the weather?
Yeah.
From the makers of Metal Gear Solid is basically Frogger. Princess Peach actually wants to be with Bowser. And I completed Time Crisis 2 for £1. It is... I love saying it, Inel. I know, I love saying it. I say it all the time, but it's true. It's a fact. And it definitely counts the way I did it for £1, by the way. This is a brand new episode of the people who brought you all of those things. It is, of course, Press X to Continue. And maybe we'll have some more incredible hot takes on this week's episode. My name is Stefan Powell, and I'm joined once again by the actor, streamer, and comedian Inel Tomlinson.
Hey, good to be here, Steff. And you know what, Steff? After our discussion last week about co-op games, how did we forget Time Crisis 2?
How did we? Well, I didn't want to. You know what? I didn't want to bring it up all the time.
Oh,
you know?
Okay.
So maybe that was it, or maybe it just completely slipped my mind. The listener can decide. Now, back with us this week, we've got the actor, comedian, gamer, Sam Cornforth is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello. Thank you, boys, for having me back. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, you didn't run away a mile then. That's good news. No. So we've got another committed member of the Continue Club, which is fantastic.
Exy Beast.
Oh no! So of course, Exy Beast because of the aftershave. Of course. How could I forget? We need to get you one of these stickers, Sam. Where's the?
Oh yes, please.
Where's my Exy Beast stickers? I got Exy Beast stickers somewhere.
Steph,
okay.
What was you talking about? Angry Birds. What was that in reference?
Oh yeah. So before we started recording, I was just saying. So I've got a little bit addicted to Angry Birds 2 on our tablet because I was playing it. My son, so my son's 4. We watched the Angry Birds movie and he loved it, and so we started playing. I just started showing him what Angry Birds was on the tablet. So we've been playing it together a little bit. But his favourite bit of the game is, I mean, he's actually, it's amazing how dexterous kids are and how quickly they pick up mechanics like that, right? It's so good. He's like, no, Daddy, use bomb. Use bomb. He says it in Cymraeg, in Welsh. He says, defnyddio bomb. Use bomb. Or use big lad. The big lad. He says big lad for the big red one.
Big lad.
Anyway, big lad for the big red one.
In Welsh.
Right? So we're playing Angry Birds again. But his favourite bit, because obviously I'm not falling for any of the in-app purchases. We're not buying anything, right? Because otherwise he would spend a fortune. So his favourite part of the game is choosing which new character to have on your roster of Angry Birds when you get to the bit where you can unlock them. But to get to unlocking them, obviously, unless you want to spend cash, it takes ages. So at night now, I've been taking Angry Birds to bed and trying to unlock as many levels as I can. So when we play together the next time, we've only got to do like 1 level or 2 levels together before he gets to unlock another character. So I've spent hours of my week. I've played so much Angry Birds. I don't know what to do with myself.
Hold on, Steph. You've been chatting all this time throughout that podcast. You ain't got no time for these big 100-hour games.
I don't.
But you spending all this time on Angry Birds.
Yeah, but it's not for me. Somebody think of the children, I know, right? It's for. It's all for Joseph. It's not for me. He just wants to choose his new character on Angry Birds 2.
Big lad.
Big lad.
Big Lad's the best one. And for people out there who play Angry Birds, right? Because actually, it's a really fun game. I know it's old now in terms of the mechanics or whatever, but they created a really, really fun game and a really, really fun IP. And I won't have a bad word said about it. Big Lad's the best one. He's the big red one. And you send him and he just barrels through everything. It's so fun.
Yeah, what is that?
Well, Dean Mao is the big lad, isn't it?
Dean Mao.
Dean Mouse.
I have the big lad.
How was the movie? Was it good?
The movie's actually all right. He loves it. I think he thinks the movie's quite good actually. Considering, how would you make a movie of something you flick across the screen? You know, so it's a bit.
I think they did a good job. Yeah,
I think they did a good job of it. I mean, it's not going to win any Oscars, is it? Don't get me wrong, but like
it's in the same vein as the Mario movies in terms of it has its purpose.
Yeah, I'd say it's worse than the first Mario movie, but much better than the second Mario movie.
Ooh.
We haven't talked about the second Mario movie, Inel.
I've not seen it.
Have you not seen it? Sam, have you seen it?
No, I've not seen it either.
Well, I'll tell you what, then we'll move on. we'll move on quickly.
And that's that.
Yeah. I thought it was rubbish. And I loved the first one.
Is it?
I thought the first one was great. Maybe missing a couple of more gags and it would have been like top tier. A couple of gags light, but I really loved it. This second one is, it's like, you can just see the cash tie-ins. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was a bit, I don't think I laughed out loud once.
Well, it came out last month. It's 40% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's pretty ropey.
Ooh.
So Angry Birds, I'd put it above that, below that.
Okay, go.
But yeah, it's funny. He's our son's got actually a really thick London accent still, even though he's in a Welsh school now and he's doing schooling through the Welsh. But it's still funny. Like you can just hear his London twang softening a little bit and starting to become a bit more sing-songy. It's really funny and lovely to watch actually. Right, anyway, we're not here to talk about my kids. We're going to talk about video games, although we have been talking about Angry Birds 2. If you play Angry Birds 2 and you love it as well, then get involved in the comments below. Now, we start with an unsung hero game every single week. Sam, you gave us yours last week, which was fantastic, which was Theme Hospital. Inel, between me and you this week, we need to come up with an unsung hero game. What should we go for?
Full Spectrum Warrior. Now that is,
okay.
Do you remember those?
Oh, you remember those?
That was way more.
Yeah, okay. Full Spectrum. Well, that's a good show. Can I make another suggestion? And then we'll see which one of the...
We just war games, yeah? Is that
we're war games. Okay, let's keep it on a war games theme. How about, we haven't talked enough about as an unsung hero game?
Yeah,
and I reckon Sam's played this and loved it. Medieval Total War.
I've not played.
The strategy games.
Not played. I know.
Okay, I thought it was like king of the strategy games.
I'm in Total War Warhammer.
Oh, Medieval Total War. Yeah, I'm just Googling it now. Yeah. When you build your own battles.
Grand strategy.
Yeah.
Like you could take over Europe.
I voiced it. I haven't had a chance to play.
Okay, fine. Well, let's try and find whether we've both played, and then we can. And then,
That's not retro.
It is retro. In our retro episode the other day, we talked about like 2 generations ago. That was like 2000.
Yeah,
Medieval Total War.
True.
Okay, another shout from you, Inel, and we'll see if we can agree on this.
Mercenaries. Do you remember that?
Yeah, okay. We can do Mercenaries.
Was a fantastic. It was like GTA but war.
Yeah.
GTA but war, and you could just cool down tanks. Oh, I need a tank. It just gets helicoptered in. Boom, just jump in it. It was like playing. When you played GTA and you did all the cheat modes, and then you could just call in stuff. It was like that, but the game. And then you could just destroy buildings, all sorts.
Now, Dave Jewett either chose Mercenaries or Resistance Fall of Man. I can't remember which one off the top of my head.
No, you did.
So
you're right. You're right.
I think he might have. I think we might have already talked about this.
You're right. You're right.
Can we just say Pro Evo and be done with it?
I really like the full Spectrum Warrior games because they were
okay, cool.
They were
You go.
strategy.
I'll give you.
It was a game
it.
where it wasn't just about run. You had 2 squads that you had to control, and you controlled them by controlling the team leaders, and you tell the team leaders what to do, and the team leaders would bark their orders to the rest of the squad, and then they would do it. So there was always like a 5-second lag between what you wanted to do and it actually happening. So it meant that you had to be strategic in the choices that you made. So like if you wanted to them to go to cover on the next wall, you had to write, all right, team leader, go to cover over there. And then he'd say, all right, team, alpha team, let's go. And then they'd go over and hunker over to the corner. But what you had to do in order to kind of maneuver just across the street would take quite a while because you'd have to have one team on a corner of the wall, giving lookout, giving covering fire, while Bravo team would flank round the side and then take out the enemy. Super strategic, really well thought out, great soundtrack. Whether the dialogue, like...
Let's not dwell on issues now, I know. It's a positive space.
You're right. I'm just saying it doesn't translate too well with some of the stuff that they say in the game to now. This was obviously... This was obviously when the US were doing their big campaign in the Middle East, and loads of those games kind of came out. And so that's why it has a certain tinge to it.
Fine.
I know. Do you find that you now struggle to play video games and listen to bad voice actors? Do you ever like play video games? You're like, I
like the bad voice acting because it's one of those things where it makes me think, they like these actors don't know how iconic their words were because we all remember it. We all remember the dialogue from like Star Fox 64. Who are you guys? Do a barrel roll. Like we all remember that. And that was probably just one take. One guy went in the booth for half hour.
Yeah.
Before I moved to London, the reason I wanted to be an actor was because of games like LA Noire. I played LA Noire.
Oh, what a game.
I was like, oh my God, I was just watching the performances and you're judging a real human's performance to see if they're lying or not lying.
That might have to be the unsung hero.
Oh, well, sorry, guys.
Tell you what, you might have done 2 in 2 weeks, yeah?
It's in that era.
It's in the era. I had that. What I loved about LA Noire was like, you're supposed to have so LA Noire is a detective game in like the noughties that made by Rockstar, right? Mm-hmm. And so the people, obviously the people who make GTA. And the idea was the graphics are so good, the characters you were interviewing after a crime happened would give you a tell so you could tell if they were lying or not. But I could see the tell, but I wasn't sure if the tell was telling me that they were lying or they were telling the truth. I was so bad at that game. Luckily, I'm not a detective. My father-in-law used to be a detective. One of my best mates is a detective. Luckily for all of us, I am not a policeman because I was rubbish at that game. What a good game.
That's you telling us you never finished the game, right?
No, I finised it.
Okay.
It just took me ages. Because you had that, it was a great era. You had LA Noire. We're just gonna be nostalgic. You had LA Noire. You had Assassin's Creed, the one, the George Washington one, the one in in America, in colonial America.
Assassin's Creed 3.
And you play as Connor, the Native American. Mm-hmm. What a great game that was. Yeah. People love Black.
Hold on. Talk about the intro to that game. For the first 5 hours, you don't even play as Connor. You play as his dad.
Yeah. And that talk about emotional moments is great. Okay, well, look, we've got 2 unsung hero games today. Why not? Because we can.
There we go.
LA Noire doesn't get enough pop. Definitely doesn't get enough pop.
Definitely
overlooked by all the other Rockstar games. 100%.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Needs a remake, in my opinion, and a lovely soundtrack. And Full Spectrum Warrior. We talked about co-op games last week, and that's the beauty of co-op games. When you're like, did you play Warzone a lot, Sam? Were you a Warzone guy?
Vicariously, I was in lockdown with 3 lads, and they all played COD. It was like a LAN party for a year. and they loved Warzone. And so they were screaming and swearing, and I would just watch it over their shoulder. And I started playing it recently, and there's like all my mates are like, "You're giving me the ick," because it's 6 years. It's 6 years old. What are you doing? It's so late.
Can I just say, lockdown was the best time for gamers. If you were a gamer during lockdown, it was heaven.
Yeah, I know. Like, and it's I feel bad because obviously it was such a difficult time for so many people and all those things. And so we're not denigrating any of that stuff. People went through difficult times.
But
there was some selfishly.
Boy.
Yeah.
How old are your kids,
so many
Stefan?
games.
Were your kids?
It was before. It was 4 and 2. It was before
so you were
before the kids.
childless.
I played Warzone every night for
that.
2 years, basically. Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
I've
Good
talked
times.
about it a lot. Like it was so good. But look, so yeah, Full Spectrum Warrior. We love co-op games like that. And in fact, Inel, can we find one? Can we do it? We should play an online co-op game like that where someone's barking orders at me to do stuff. I want that.
What,
I want that in my
Full Spectrum
life.
Warrior style, yeah?
Yeah.
Alpha team, go! I need a sit rep now!
Maybe games that are a bit, maybe games that are a bit more sort of, on par with modern societal norms.
Yeah, of course.
But we should do that.
Made up Middle Eastern countries that they're invading.
Yeah,
I'm with
yes, quite. Right, okay. We forgot to mention. So Levo suggested in the Discord James Pond. As a game that we should recognise as an unsung hero. It even had its own Olympic Games release called the Aquatic Games, and is having lovely flashbacks to his youth. Great shout, Levo, with James Pond.
I can still see the concept art for that with the second one where he's got the RoboCop suit on, but it's like a fish in a RoboCop suit.
I missed this one completely. I've never seen this in my life. It's like hilarious.
It's a James Bond guy, Sam. Get on it. Like James Bond. Have a little look, see that.
The first one, he's in a tux. Second one, he's in a RoboCop suit.
Yeah, know what they're doing. Right then, before we get any further in this week's episode, let's have some trivia. Okay, so we know the score by now. There is a question going into the secret Discord channel, or a fact, a tidbit about gaming that our producers scheme up into a question. Me and Inel don't know what it is. There is a leaderboard that, courtesy of Yes Andy No in the Discord, has got some magic algorithmic maths going on in the background. That means it doesn't matter how many questions you've answered, it is evened out.
I feel like the
leaderboard.
algorithm's been corrupted somehow, though.
Are you challenging Yes Andy No's work?
I love
here?
Yes Andy No's work. I'm just saying, Stefan's in second place. How does that add up? I don't know.
Because Andy's done the maths. That's
Who's in first?
First is Keza MacDonald. She is the Guardian's games editor and therefore,
makes sense.
Frankly, should be in first.
She should be.
And she is.
That makes sense.
And she's an author. She's just written a book about Nintendo. She should be in first, and she is.
She should.
So this is the leaderboard. Just Sam, since you've asked, Keza MacDonald's in 1. I am in 2. Imogen Mella is in 3. Inel's in 4th. Benedict Townsend's in 5th. Geeky Cassie's in 6th. Dan Krupa's in 7th. Frankie's in 8th. Luke Westway's in 9th. Shay Thompson's in 10th. Joey Grind, Els the Witch and Barney Banks are in 11th. Lucy James is in 13th. Dave, Jewett and Gav are in 14th. And then there's 9 of you in 16th at the moment. So you're sharing 16th at the moment, Sam, with Glenn Moore, with Marcus Bronzy, with Cyborg Angel and yourself and lots of others. So
nice.
it's you know,
all to play for.
It's tight. It's all to play. It's all to play for. It's all to play for. Right. This week's question:
Who wants to be a continuer?
Okay, released in 2012. 2012. So cast your minds back to 2012. The promotional material for a game in which series? So the promo material for a game in which series included a NASA astronaut explaining how the new physics on the game worked. So which game from a series used a NASA astronaut to promote the physics of the game? Well, let's have a think about that. Now, that makes me think it's a big series because you've got to be a big game series if you're spending money on getting NASA involved in promo material.
Good shout.
And actually, and I've just pointed out to me on the question, which I didn't read, the NASA astronaut was on board the International Space Station at the time. So a NASA space astronaut is on board the ISS, floating around in space, and he's spending his time doing promo for a game from which series? So what was big in 2012, basically, is what I'm thinking.
Damn. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. That's where.
Well, 2012. So that was 2012. That's London, right? London.
Yeah.
2012 Olympics, yeah.
I'm just trying to think. That was when I was still living at home. And games I was playing was like, the only space game I played around that time was like Mass Effect.
Yeah,
But
which is
is
a
that-
great game,
Yeah, good
obviously.
Is that too on the nose that would do a space station for a sci-fi game? Maybe.
I think it's probably. I mean, I usually don't know. I'm guessing on you guys. I reckon it's not. How the new physics of the game worked.
I feel like it's like a game that just has some weird movement and not necessarily
Yeah.
space related.
Yeah.
I can't remember the games that came out then.
Well, let's all have a look at 2012 games.
Was that was the year? Was that the year the Xbox One and PS4 came out? Was it that year?
Could be. Well, look, let's have a little. We let that percolate in the back of our minds, and we will come back to it later on in the episode. I'll tell you what, though, I just feel like.
Are we allowed to Google
feel
what
like-
games came out, or is that cheating?
I mean,
Oh, that's
Sam, you do you. I feel like this is frustrating because I feel like this is close. I feel like we can get this one. This isn't. Sometimes we have questions and they're like, not getting anywhere near that.
oh.
Like,
what was you know that Call of Duty with Jon Snow? That was in space,
hello.
right? But what year was that?
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, what year was that? No, I swear that's after 2012.
Yeah, I think that's more recent, isn't it? That's,
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton was in that one.
Was he?
He acted in that one.
Sick.
I can
was it
remember.
good?
Let's move on, shall we? I think Lewis Hamilton was great. I mean, the game itself wasn't one of the
okay,
best.
yeah.
It wasn't
Oh,
one of the best, I
right.
don't think.
Okay, cool. Good clarification.
Although interesting, Lewis Hamilton is still a Formula One driver, not an actor. So make of that what you will. Right. Okay. So we will come back to that, and of course, we will try and give you an answer
that's a tough one.
by the end of the podcast. Now, we touched upon this topic a little bit, Sam, in our some of our chats already, which is about the length of video games and how much you should pay for that game, right? Because the new Bond game, 007 First Light, the single player campaign takes about 20 hours to complete. And we saw one comment of someone on TikTok being like, well, that's too much cash for such a short game, because you're spending 60, 70 quid or whatever on a game of that nature. What do you think, Sam? What would you expect to get out of a game? Do you worry about how long you're getting, or are you just buying it for the experience, or where are you at?
I think it's changed. I think games are so expensive now. Like I remember when I was younger, my family, we couldn't afford to buy games often. So a lot of the time it was how much quantity, maybe with quality, I can get out of one game, because I was getting a game maybe every 3 months or something. It wasn't like every other release I was getting the game, which is why I love RPGs, because I can just play them to death. And a lot of them I never finished. Like Oblivion, I don't think I ever actually finished the main quest. I would just find randoms in taverns and do loads of side quests. So for me, when I was younger, it was a lot more about quantity. What can I get out of the game, and how long can I play one game before I need a new one? Whereas now, I don't really mind. As long as I'm enjoying it, there's enough versatility in the game. Like a game like Split Fiction I mentioned in last week's episode.
Yeah.
There's so much going on, and there's so many mini genres. There's puzzles, there's sword and sandal moments, there's sci-fi moments, there's side-scrolling moments. There's so much in one game that I'm happy to drop quite a lot of money on a game like that. The new 007 game, is there a multiplayer option at all, or is there any co-op missions or anything? I tend to look at the whole package rather than just the campaign of video games and see what else is up for grabs.
Yeah, it's interesting. You talk about RPGs when you were younger, and you would spend. I did the same mental maths in my head when I was a kid, and getting hold of a few games. And I would say I think that's how most people actually play games. They'll buy actually even fewer than that, probably 2 games a year maybe, and then dabble with some free titles. And that's why I would often buy sports games, because that allowed my imagination to run wild. Because I'd do a league season with a good team, and then I'd do a league season with a rubbish team, and then I would do, I've got them there. In fact, you can't see it. Can you see behind? Can you see that? Have I shown you that?
The picture in the frame.
The Pez photo. I can't actually. I've stuck it to the
Yeah,
wall.
I can see it.
Master League.
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you see that? It's cartoons of the Pro Evolution Soccer players that you got when you did a Master League campaign.
Oh, wow.
So they're like nobodies. There's like all of the like players, and you could spend hours like upgrading a team or whatever. So same thing as you, Sam. You went the RPG route, which I did sometimes, but I would go sports
ISS,
games.
we used to spend ages just renaming the players. Just making the players, because it didn't have the license. It's like, I'm going to spend ages making every player for every team.
Yeah, it's so good. So I get your point. You'd buy games, you'd get value, especially when cash is a bit tight and you've got to make decisions. Especially for a lot of people at the moment, it's tricky out there, isn't it? So you are making those decisions. And I think on Steam there are some really good bargains out there. But if you want to be up to date and you want to buy something, I think a game like First Light, there's no multiplayer. I think it's just a first play play experience. You are spending that cash on a 20-hour-ish story, Inel, which some people might be, that seems punchy.
Do you know what it is? It's because we grew up in an era where we'd get like a single player campaign, a multiplayer campaign, and then something else added on as well. And like we were used to that. Like every game that came out, there was like 3 modes. It was like, there's a single player story, then there's the co-op campaign, and then there's the multiplayer PvP sort of thing. Whereas we don't get that much anymore. And so I think, as for me personally, I don't mind too much, but mainly because I don't have the time to follow the huge games. So in terms of smaller games charging the same amount, that doesn't bother me too much. What I would say was, I would love to see indie games at the end credits of a game have a little donation link. If you feel like you would like to contribute a little bit more to the studio because you had a great time, here's a link to it. Because there's been so many games that I've played from indie developers. I've only played like a few quid to play it, or I got it in a sale. And the experience I've had from that game is so good. I like, take more money if you're in that position.
Yeah. It's I think basically we're kind of in this weird space now where the game, we talk a bit about it, the games industry is sort of in a bit of transition, and we've got used to getting a certain amount back for the money we've been putting in. And what games companies are telling us, rightly or wrongly, whether you're someone that blames it on sort of corporate greed, or actually on the side of it costs more money to employ games people these days because they're so highly skilled and whatever. Games cost a shed load of cash to make now, right? And maybe the amount we were paying for them wasn't enough. And I'm sure that, First Light's going to be such a slick, polished, amazing experience. If say you pay 60 quid for it, go into the cinema these days. You like your films, Sam. You go to the cinema a lot. You go to the cinema now. You're not getting change for 50 quid really for 2 of you, and by the time you had popcorn in.
No, and I treat myself all the time to bougie cinemas. It's got lovely sofas. They give you blankets. There's table service. It's like a 3-course dinner by the end of it. I'm paying like 100 quid to cry at Hamnet. I'm like dehydrated and I've just had 2 glasses of wine. Also, I think games, the difference between when we were younger as well is I used to be a really big gamer score farmer. So I was really farming like gamer score and wanted a big number underneath my gamer tag on Xbox 360 and chasing achievements. Whereas I don't really have the time anymore to be chasing and replaying video games. Whereas I used to play like Halo co-op missions at different difficulties, doing different challenges on repeat with my mates from other villages and things. Whereas I don't have that anymore. I'm looking for like quick kind of dopamine, go on Battlefield, snipe someone, go to bed. And that's what I'm doing now.
Now I can sleep.
Preach, sister. Preach.
Yeah.
So I think if you're getting a quality experience for that, if you're getting a 20-hour game that you can replay a bit if you want to, or a 20-hour game but stays with you, that is super fun, that becomes something else further down the line.
Yep.
Then
I'm
I think
happy to pay.
Then I'm happy to pay. But I think the difficulty is when people were buying, Cyberpunk had its difficult start to the world where people were spending a lot of money on that game and it just wasn't ready. It wasn't ready. And now the version of Cyberpunk you get is one of the best games probably ever made. But it wasn't that when you first bought it. So I think it depends on what the quality of the thing you're getting is. But sadly, I do think we're gonna have to equate with the fact that those top end AAA games, this is what it's going to cost now probably to make them,
if not more.
If not more. I mean, we
Yeah.
talked about GTA 6 when it's coming out later on this year. We haven't had a final say on that, but I reckon that's going to be around £100.
Yeah, yeah.
Is my guess.
I won't be
So,
surprised. And
Yeah,
if there is a standard edition that is slightly cheaper, no one's gonna want it.
We've waited too long. We've waited too long.
Yeah,
we're going for
In
it.
fact,
That was
in
the
for a
word.
penny, in for a pound now, so we can start getting saving.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's an interesting one in terms of the conversation around that, but it's sort of something that we've got to kind of get used to. I think when it comes to that top end of the industry. Right, we had this question in from the Discord. Next up, Andrew Coulson has been on. Andrew's asking us, is it okay for me to skip a game in a series if it lets me catch up to the most recent one? So, for example, I got Ghost of Tsushima back in 2020, but I only played about 2 hours of it because I was still finishing The Last of Us 2. Yeah, I can remember both those games came out at the same time, which was, or similar times, didn't they? So a lot of people didn't get around to playing both. And now I never got around to playing Tsushima again, but now Ghost of Yorte is out and everyone says it's vast improvement in the original. Should I play that instead? I know they're both huge games, meaning I can't probably play both of them. Can I give up my dream of playing Tsushima and skip straight to Ghost of Yorte without knowing the story of the original? Is there a game series you think it would be a bad idea to play out of order or to skip titles? I know. What do you think about skipping titles and jumping in where you fancy?
I'm happy, especially AAA games, I'm happy to skip, mainly because AAA games are really good at onboarding new people because they're aware that some people might have just got a console or like a platform to play games for the first time, and they want them to buy the latest game. They don't want them to miss out because they just didn't play the last 8. And so it's one of those things where a lot of the time it's fine to play these games out of order. Sometimes there's little nuggets of special information that you'd only get if you've played both, but you won't be missing out on the main story or the overall game if you do skip. Like I was the best examples of this are the Final Fantasy games. A lot of people don't even touch Final Fantasy games because they see they're on like 15, 16 now, and they're like, oh, I haven't even played the other like 20 odd and all the spin-offs. But like what they're very clear on saying is you don't have to like. There's options to kind of catch up with the story, especially with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. As soon as you play it, it gives you like a recap of what happened in the last game, and like that wraps up in like 5 minutes, and then you can just play. And it's like, oh, sweet. There's some things I've missed, but overall, these are the cliff notes.
Yeah, I'm terrible when it comes to other forms of media, Andrew. Like books, I have to read in order. TV shows, I have to watch in order. Movies, I have to watch in order. But with games, like Inel says, I think they do a better job actually of saying, hey, don't worry about it. You can hop in this bit and still have the emotional weight of the game. We'll still figure out a way of making you feel things because I think they are pitching every title to a new player. I hopped in the Witcher series at Witcher 3. And it's one of my favorite game series of all time. Probably my favorite game of all time. And I didn't feel like I lost much. I've since gone back. I think they're in the background there. So you can see I've since gone and read all of the books. Yeah. So I hopped in a bit late. And so I think it's okay. Games do a better job of that. In fact, God of War 4. I'd played bits of the old God of War games, but I didn't play loads of them, and I cried like a baby playing God of War 4. It still felt it in here, it still got me emotionally, and I felt on board almost immediately. Sam, have you hopped into a game series halfway through?
Yeah, I think I used to play Red Dead Redemption when I was younger, but I never really played the campaign. I just loved how it felt and moved, and I love it, all Rockstar games, but I never finished the campaign. I never really got into the actual campaign. I just did multiplayer and just killed loads of people and did slow motion headshots. But recently I played Red Dead Redemption 2 and completed that all the way through, sobbed like a baby, but I was really bad in the game, so I had the bad ending. Won't spoil anything for anyone. But now I'm replaying Red Dead Redemption. I absolutely love it because I'm now playing this character that I feel like I've built a bond with over the course of the second game. Yeah. One game I think you cannot do that to is The Last of Us. I think if you do it the reverse, it will be a terrible first game for you. My girlfriend, unfortunately, started watching The Last of Us TV series late. and joined at season 2. And I won't spoil anything, but something huge happens very early on in the second game, and that kind of like, I think you need to go through the whole first game to
that. You know what? That's a very good point.
Game.
That's a very good point. I think some games are, and like Last of Us is basically a HBO drama in a video game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think it depends, but I think a game like Ghost of Yotei, which is kind of like has a story but is in a more open worldy sort of vibe, I think you'd be all right up. But that is a very good job. Don't do it with The Last of Us.
No.
Play that in order, please. And interesting, you saying about Red Dead Redemption this time, you've actually played it
in the correct way,
in the correct sort of the correct linear, like like time wise, in the right way around. Can I just say, I know we've talked a lot about sobbing like a baby playing video games. I cried at The Last of Us 2, cried Red Dead Redemption 2,
no
cried
shame
at
in it.
God of War. No shame in it. I'm in touch with my emotions. The end. I'm not going to say anything. There is a moment is going to happen in Red Dead Redemption at some point. That is the first time that I ever cried playing a video. No, one of the first times I ever cried playing a video game. It got me so much that I wrote an article about it for the BBC. That's how much it touched me. You know the bit, don't you, Inel? You know the bit I'm on about.
No, because I've not finished it.
Okay,
I've heard of that moment though.
There's a moment that
Stefan, are you talking about the moment where something begins or the very end?
I don't want to say anything. There is a moment where a game mechanic takes on a new meaning, in my opinion, in this moment. So once you've done that moment, I want you to text me and say that you've done it.
Yeah.
And then I wonder, it might not, maybe because I hadn't seen
done it. Just say done it.
Yeah, just
maybe
cry
because
emoji.
I wondered if now it would be as impactful, but I think because so many of the games have had moments like that. But at the time, I hadn't experienced anything like that, the futility and the powerlessness of it. But anyway, I don't want to...
that needs to be made into a film or series. Red Dead Redemption, the whole world needs to be... HBO needs to do what they've done for The Last of Us for that. Jack Black's talking about wanting to make it a film or a series, and I'm like, please.
Yeah.
Please.
But if they do, you've got to get... I mean, Arthur Morgan can't be anyone other than Roger Clark. Roger Clark must be Arthur Morgan, in my humble opinion. And I'm not just saying that because he trained in Wales. I thought he was amazing. Right. Yeah. Right. What have we got? Right, Sam, time for you to review a game for us then, please. What have you been playing? And tell us all about it.
I have been reliving my childhood years on Pokemon Leaf Green on Nintendo Switch. I'm so happy. Honestly, it's one of those games that like it gave me a friendship group at school. I remember the troubling days of having a small Game Boy where the light wasn't good enough to play in the dark. So you had to get a lamp and you'd sit under a lamp. And now kids have got these big, colourful screens that can do anything. And you can put it on a TV when we've got our own little extension lamps. Do you remember those? You used to plug into your Game Boy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. Pokemon Leaf Green, it's back, and so is Fire Red, and I'm super happy about it. It feels just as good today, and I can play it on my big screen. So I love everything about it. And I choose Leaf Green. I think it's a bit controversial, but my starter Pokemon's Bulbasaur. And I commented on someone's video once because they did like a test with their own newborn. They put the 3 Pokeballs in front of them and said, choose your starter Pokemon. And they filmed it, and everyone was kicking off that they chose Squirtle instead of Charizard. And I commented saying Bulbasaur gang, and the amount of hate I got, and I'm coincidentally wearing green now, but I've never got more hate online than I did when I said I'm Team Bulbasaur. Well,
Sam, you're on the right team.
Are you Bulbasaur?
Yeah, I'm Team Bulbasaur. I got Joseph, my son. He's got all 3 of them, and he's also Team Bulbasaur.
There you go.
I know. What are you? You were Charmander, I know. Were you?
Come on, all day fire.
Are you Charmander? You're wearing red as well. I said it was a Charizard. I think it's a. I didn't even know the starter of the fire Pokemon. There you go.
He didn't care. He didn't care for it, Sam. He's like, nah, it's beneath you.
Fire.
Like mud on your shoe.
I can burn grass.
Yeah, but if you look at the comparison, the size comparison as well. If the Pokemon was in real life, Venusaur is like 2.10 m, and the rest of them are smaller than a human. So we've got this massive flowery dinosaur that's epic and has vine whip, and it's just cool.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
And everyone's got, we got these little fiery little Pokemon. I don't. Yeah.
I can remember we a few years ago we had the BBC Proms held a video game concert in the Royal Albert Hall, and I was lucky enough to be hosting this Proms, and we asked along with the brilliant Louise Blaine. So there's the both of us hosting this concert, and I said to the production team, I was like, I've got a little icebreaker that I think will get the audience on side. I said, what is it? I was like, well, we'll ask them which Pokemon they chose. And they were like, okay, risky, let's see how it goes. I tell you what, people went mad for it. They loved it. Loads of yeah. Like it was like horse trading. It was like doing we were like at a cattle market selling people. Oh, we got a Bulbasaur over here. Wait, like Charmander over there. People loved it. It's an icebreaker. People definitely talk about it, Sam.
Yeah, I love it. And I can't imagine there are many people that haven't. Oh, there might be people that haven't played it. I remember playing. Did you guys? What genre, what era of Pokemon did you guys start playing in? Did you play in Silver,
I was
Gold?
Red and Blue.
Red and Blue. Was that before Gold and Silver?
We're older than you, Sam, right?
It was the first one.
It was the first.
When they used to still call it Pocket Monsters.
Pocket Monsters. Do you guys have more of an emotional bond to those first ones than the Red and Blue?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Did
you play Fire Red and Leaf Green when it came out?
No, because it was just a remake.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it's interesting. We've had a lot of conversation about Pokemon on the pod in terms of like the intellectual property seem to have outgrown the games a bit at the moment, and we've been having a lot of chat about the recent games haven't quite lived up to the standard that was set by Red and Blue, Leaf Green, and Fire Red. Those early experiences that people loved, but at the same time, you're getting really good. I watched Pokemon Concierge, that's really good on Netflix, really great. Cute little cartoon. Detective Pikachu went down quite well.
Yeah,
you know,
the
card game. The card game is flying off the shelves, but the games, Sam, aren't quite living up to it. But you're having a lovely time with Green.
Green, I'm loving it. Mainly because of the nostalgic effect. It's just, and it's because, like I said before, I try not to game too much in front of my girlfriend, but this is an easy one I can take on the train and I can play it anywhere and I can plug it into a screen when I get back to my house in Devon and make all my family watch me evolve Pokemon. It's just been amazing. And like, just the feeling of when I was younger, trading Pokemon with my mates on the playground and getting told off for being on my Game Boy. It's just, it feels so lovely to be back on it. Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Do you know what I think is secretly happening in your house though?
Go on.
Do you know when you think you're trying to like game discreetly on your own?
Yeah.
Your other half, 1,000,000%, is deep into some online MMOs somewhere, probably having a lovely old time, keeping a secret from you as well. So maybe this is the time to be open and just to join the both of your houses. 81 Metacritic score, so pretty high. People are liking it.
Really, I thought it was higher.
Yeah, no, I think I don't know why it's actually quite. I think that's pretty good. 81, isn't it? That's kind of high.
I thought all the Pokemons were in the 90s, or maybe that was just me.
Would you recommend it for people to buy now, wait till it's on sale, play something else? Sam, what would you say? Who's this for?
I think if you've never ever got into Pokemon, what are you doing? And number two, I don't think you should wait for it to be on sale. I think it was only like I can't remember the price I paid. I think it was like £16 or something. And people were even kicking off about that. Then, like when it came out, they were like, £16, it's an old game, but you can't play it on your Nintendo Switch any other way. And people were saying they downloaded it illegally on things, but you don't get the authentic experience you do on a Nintendo Switch. It feels great. I don't think wait for it. I think just get it. I've already got like 35 hours on it in the past like 2.5 weeks. So I think do it.
Yeah, and so reminiscing back when when Pokemon games were sort of universally loved, isn't it?
And simple.
Is great.
There's not much going on. Yeah. It's not 3D. It's simple, and you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, look, it's good sell. So that is Sam's take on Pokemon Leaf Green. Have you been replaying it? Are you doing it because of nostalgia, because you've never played it before? Maybe you're just after a different Pokemon experiences to some of the latest stuff that we've had come out that maybe have got a bit more question marks over them than some of the early stuff. Do let us know. Get involved in the Discord. Find us on social media. Be part of the conversation. We would love to hear from you. Right, okay, let's have the big question from today's show. This is when the producers have been sort of working away behind our backs, coming up with something to ask us without our knowledge. And this is the question they have decided upon. It's Cup Final Day. Good news. You've knocked out all of the previous opponents to get there. However, it's a tough fixture for you in the final. You're playing Steff's Pro Evo 11. What is your all Angry Birds lineup and what formation are you playing? We might let you have some Pokemon as well because we're being nice. So remember, in Angry Birds, the red is your basic bird. The yellow one speeds up. Blue splits into 3. The black one is bomb, explodes. The white one lays an explosive egg. The green one is a boomerang. And Big Lad is just massive.
Big Lad. Oh, he's got to go in goal. Big
Lad's
Lad's got to go in
everyone.
goal.
What was it in Welsh? Big Lad in goal?
Dean Mawr. Dean Mawr, the big man. Big man's
Mawr
in goal.
Can't wait for a penalty shootout.
Yeah, I wouldn't fancy. I'd play Bulbasaur in defense as well. I have 2 Bulbasaurs there. No one's getting past
Cute.
them.
No.
Yeah,
You got
true.
to put Mewtwo in defense. Just him by himself in defense. If anyone wants to play past me, say no. You ain't playing past me. Psychic powers is like, yeah, give me the ball. Yeah, I'll give you the ball.
True.
Boom. There you go.
I forgot that Mewtwo is basically Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's got force powers.
I think I would actually put my Pokemon knowledge is way better than Angry Birds. I think I'd do Snorlax asleep in goal. That's fine. And then I think I would have 2 Jigglypuffs as defense, just singing at them when they get near the goal. And then I think I would have Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, the 3 in midfield, just because they're quick and they have different specialities. And then who would I have in attack? That's the question. Maybe Mewtwo or something like that. Someone just like a god. You can't. Mewtwo will be fine.
I love how you've got the Jigglypuffs there. I would have had them as the cheerleaders or something.
At the side, just singing.
Yeah, just Jigglypuff. Get the crowd going.
Yeah, I think put them to sleep in front of Snorlax. Everyone will be asleep by my goal.
Yeah, Snorlax is a great suggestion for a keeper, although he's not the most mobile keeper in the world, is he?
No.
Yeah, he's not diving. He's not diving.
No. And I thought one of those hard rock ones, is it? Oh, what was he? The rock ones you can have in
Onyx.
Geodude as Onyx
my
as a
favourite.
defender.
Onyx, yeah, massive.
Onyx.
He's huge. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I've got because my little bit into Pokemon here. I've got a Pokemon encyclopedia for the kids, and they just look through it.
Oh,
and
really?
just point to the ones they like. But I try
pages
to
for
focus
days.
it on the first 150 because after that, my knowledge starts to get
Same.
We're in the
starts to
thousands
get-
now.
Yeah, I know.
mad. I've actually just spent £400 on Pokemon cards because I fell for it. And I bought, it's the Scarlet and Violet original 151. And I bought them about 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks ago. And then a week later in the news, it was saying Scarlet and Violet prices have soared because they're like no longer printing them as of May this year. So I've got like 2 booster boxes hidden in my spare room.
Who needs cryptocurrency?
I know,
Simon,
a
you've got
lockbox.
yourself
I
some
know.
Pokemon
Yeah,
cards.
lockbox
Very
that.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, very good. Well, that's our Pokemon team. Although I did like Big Lad in goal, to be fair.
Yeah.
And maybe you could throw a couple of yellows in there from Angry Birds on the wing because they got pace.
Yeah,
That'd
they're
be good. That
fast.
could work.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Let's get the answer to this week's trivia question then. Released in 2012, the promotional material for the game in which series included a NASA astronaut on board the International Space Station explaining how the new physics of the game worked? Sam, you suggested a Mass Effect game. Are you going to stick around
No,
with that?
I think after our discussion, I think you're right. I think it would be too on the nose to do a space thing in a sci-fi that's a different world. I now mentioned Call of Duty, and I don't know which one it is, but I'm going to just say like Black Ops, maybe like a Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm going to say maybe something like that. Feels like it makes sense.
Tough, man.
What are you thinking?
I think it might have been one of that Call of Duty. I don't know what it was, either Black Ops or
I don't know
Advanced
which
Warfighter or one of those. One of the ones where it was set in the future.
Yeah. So my thought is games that were big in 2012 that were making loads of money would be like, is that peak Candy Crush era?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was playing at that time.
So I wonder whether it was like this is like a double.
Oh,
no,
like
it's
a
not a
mobile
double bluff.
app.
It's a mobile game. So I'm gonna say because Candy Crush is the biggest mobile game.
It was.
So I'm gonna go with Candy Crush
Oh,
just
that's
to
a
be
good shout.
just to be different.
Okay.
That's a good shout.
Okay.
Like a Clash of Clans or something. Yeah. No.
It could have been. Yeah. Well, sadly, Sam, you've locked your answer in now. Sam.
Sadly, you're locked in.
Right.
Locked in last place.
You're locked in. I'm afraid. Not that we're competitive here at all. Right. The answer is. Oh God. Oh, that's annoying.
Did none of us get it?
None of us got it. However, we've spent most of this episode talking about the bloody game.
Oh no.
Can you guess?
What, Pokemon?
No. It's Angry Birds.
Oh my God.
Oh, in space.
Angry Birds in
In
space.
space. Of course.
Space.
God's sake.
Big lad.
Big lads in space.
How do you say that
should've
full
known
Yeah,
sentence in
that,
Welsh?
mae dyn mawr di mynd i'r gofod a nawr ni gyda'n cael y right ar y cwestiwn.
That was amazing.
What he said.
Yeah.
The big lads on the ISS.
And that was a
believe
total
that.
like random tangent you went on at the beginning. That was not specific to this episode at all.
Genuine. That just occurred to me
Wow.
in the moment. It does happen, folks. I have bright ideas from time to time. So the answer is this. So Angry Birds. This was Angry Birds in space.
Yeah.
The first time in the series, the players could use gravitational fields of planets and objects in space to slingshot their birds around the level.
I thought that was before 2012.
And the NASA astronaut Don Pettit filmed a video explaining how gravity affected trajectories in space so the players could better understand how to beat the levels. Well.
Good question, though.
Yeah, strong question.
GG's to that person.
Well done. Our Discord always manages to
Every time.
beat our expectations of them every single time.
There's
They're
never
so
been
good.
easy ones.
Never been easy ones. Can we have some easy ones, please? Because look, Sam's down in 16. Next time Sam's on with us, we need some ones to get Sam up the leaderboard. I now slipped down to 5th.
Good. I'm in 5th.
And you're in 5th. You've slipped down a place because there's an algorithm working here. You've slipped down to 5th, and I've slipped down to 3rd, which I'm not happy about, clearly. But anyway, we've all had a lovely time with those questions. Thank you very much.
Hold on,
for
does that
sending them
mean
in.
Cassie's in 3rd now?
No, I think it means that Imogen Mellor has now slipped up into 2nd because of the algorithm.
Whoa.
Because of the algorithm.
You see what I'm saying about this algorithm? Yes,
Yeah.
Andy, no. Great
Benedict-
work, but
yeah,
we
great
need
work,
to see the back
Andy.
end. I need to see the back end.
Benedict's up to 4th now, Inel. So Benedict's leapfrogged you and Imogen's leapfrogged me because we both got those wrong.
Benedict
So
is good as well. He wins loads of quizzes. He's great.
So you're not making us feel better here,
Isn't
Sam.
it? That's
Sorry,
not what you're
sorry.
supposed to say.
Yeah, come on. Right, hey, but Sam, okay, not looking great on the leaderboard at the moment, but you still have the prize for best mustache on Press X to continue. So it's not all
Happy
bad.
with that.
Well, Sam, it's been a joy having you with us as ever. Go forth and enjoy Pokemon Leaf Green.
Thank you so much.
And keep us posted. And we were looking forward to having you again on the podcast. And when you do get around to doing those videos that you thought of on the pod,
Collab.
then obviously, let us know. That would be great.
We'll do.
We'll have a
if you
little
need-
feature.
Yeah, if you need some extras, we're free.
I know.
So-
You've got a narrator job whenever you need it, honestly. Video games, they're done.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Look at this. This is like cooperation and collaboration here on Press X. Inel, see you next week. It's been lots of fun. We will be back with you on Tuesday as ever. Stay in touch with us on the Discord and get involved in the conversations there, or find us on social media as well. If you've got this far through the podcast, then surely you're following us on social media by now. Press X Pod on TikTok and on Instagram. We will be back on Tuesday. See you then. Au revoir. Hwyl fawr. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.